stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
Gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what.
Welcome, 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 everyone. It is your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable. How's everybody doing today? I am your co-host, your girl, your inspirational healer, your birth and doula. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Let me know if y'all guys can hear your sister on here live today with you. Running a little behind, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just trying to get some things set up. Was having a little technical difficulties here, but we're going to get it together. You're going to be hearing a little echo in the background. All right, got that straight. But other than that, how is everyone doing today? Yes, welcome to the live. For those who are just chiming on in, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Hey, love. Hey, auntie baby. How we doing? Hit that like button, subscribe, and share with some fellow mates out there. Again, I'm your co-host, your girl, your inspirational healer, your psalmist, your birth and doula, your spiritual healer, and so much more. I am your girl, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. I love you more, my love. Yes, yes. But today we are going to be on some deep stuff because it's been some stuff going on this week. Like, seriously. So as I'm sitting up and preparing on my other end of my social media to make sure I'm getting some of my brothers and sisters on here live on TikTok and on Restream and Facebook Live and so forth and YouTube, I got to make sure I get everybody chiming on in. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Thursday, the blessed Thursday. Oh my gosh. We are already at the end of April. April has had so many things going on that it's not even funny. Like, seriously. April has been very interesting. For those who are just chiming on in again, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Make sure y'all letting everybody know that your girl is on here today. Because again, we are going to be on here on some deep stuff. For real. Because so much has been going on all this week. The beginning of the week has been very interesting. So today we are going to be giving up on updates. If y'all reading the title right now, we are in season 3. This is episode 13. The topic is going to be on the passing of the Pope and the video of the woman who was having a race rant. Yes, the passing of the Pope and the video of a woman who was on a race rant. So that is going to be our 2 topics for today, and some other little things that's going to be added on for some updates. But anyway, let's talk about what had started for those who are just chiming on in on my TikTok. I'm your girl, your co-host on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men, giving you updates, current events. I'm your birth and doula, your inspirational healer, your psalmist, your spiritual healer, and so much more. But we are going to be going on today's topic on season 3, episode 13, on the topic of the passing of the Pope and the video of the woman who had the racist rant. So, yes, for those who know already, for those who've already probably seen on CNN and other news broadcastings and on other parts of the social media, we know that the Pope passed away exactly on Sunday. Exactly on Sunday. Who would have ever thought of that? But again, for those who probably have watched other podcasters talk about this, it's not a coincidence that the Pope passed on an Easter Sunday. For those who celebrate Easter, for those who celebrate the resurrection, for those in the Christian kingdom, Pentecostal, whatever, so forth. Yes, he passed away on a Sunday at the age of 88. And it was said and stated that he was going to stay there. They was trying to find another matriarch to come in his place. However, that has not been completely done or classified yet as if it is. There's some speculations going on that there is a possibility of one, especially for those who watch, like watching documentaries and movies and so forth. You probably have heard that it's already one in the making. And this time it has been, as some would say, foreseen and prophesied that it is a possibility of being a black man. Yes, for y'all that just heard that in, let me lighten up over here for those who are on my TikTok right now to lighten up my screen there for a minute. Yeah. And it's also been said that it's a possibility that there will be no other, that the Roman Empire is getting ready to crumble. So with that being said, I know for sure, for those who have been really paying attention, it's not a coincidence that the Pope has passed. And for all that's going on, the month of April every year has a lot of celestial and some parts of prophecies and other orthodox stuff that always tend to occur. So again, for those who just chiming on in, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I'm your co-host, your girl Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding my brothers, the men. But yes, so with that being said, let's keep a lookout on that, because we are still in a time where it's so many, things going on. We are still in the month where the portal is open for those who have been, fasting and praying for Lent. Last month was Ramadan and so forth. We ain't seen nothing yet. We have not seen nothing yet. So be prepared what is going on. Thank you, Alina, for actually following your girl, your sister. But yeah, so with that being said, not only about what's been going on with the Pope, who saw the video of this woman? She seems to look like she's Arabic. I could be mistaken. But this woman was calling a sister the Nigger. This has hit social media like clockwork. And this is not the first time this woman has been approached. Yes. I'm telling you now, the times we're living in, people are getting very comfortable. They're getting very comfortable and wanting to call out the Nigger. Yes, they're getting very comfortable. Too comfortable. Too comfortable. They're getting too comfortable. And again, be prepared of the things that are getting ready to happen. Because for those who are aware of the times we are living in, and those individuals that's getting too comfortable with, themselves and wanting to call out that name to my peoples. Look, this ain't the time to be recording. This ain't the time to be sitting back and just letting people call you out names. This ain't the time. I mean, yes, we up here recording and stuff. Yes, it's necessary. We need to record because every time you turn around, if we start doing something that may not be liked by the other, we are always being targeted as the aggressor. But I'm going to tell y'all now, and I'm going to say this only one time. There's no way that we should continue to let those who turn around and call out names continue to call out us a name. This is a different time now. We on different times. This is a different time. We are not back in 1922. We're not back in the 1960s. We're not back in the 1970s. This is 2025. Yes, 2025. I repeat, 2025. And as you're recording her saying all of this is what a Black American sister was doing, recording. If for what I gathered that she's Black American, and she's recording this, and nothing is being done. Now the report has been said, and you guys can go online and look up these articles that they found out who this lady was, because this was not the first time, and they managed to charge her, which is necessary because that's still coming out and saying racial slurs. We have these no hate crimes and all these bills and laws and all these other things. Well, how about she needs to be checked? But from now on, when you start to hear somebody and you record, don't record no longer than 2 minutes. If you got to put your recorder, your phone on the side somewhere, after a while, it's time to wipe them down, if you know what I mean, because certain things you can't say on here. It's time to, yeah. Or in the voice of Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off, and some other things. Because it's no more talking. No more talking, brothers and sisters. No more talking. Because there should not be no person turning around and calling you the Nigger word. Even though we know the true divine meaning, if you take out the extra G, the Niger, we know what that means. However, we know what it means when you over here in the big USA, United States of America. We know what that means when they out here using it for racial slurring. And bold. This lady was bold. And she kept saying it. And she said it more than once. She was bold. So if you had somebody sitting in their vehicle and you recording them, and all because you trying to communicate with them and let them know what was done wrong, and they turn it around and they bold with it, calling you out, man, I gotta scratch my head on this one. I'm sorry, but there will be some wax on, wax off. Because I'm telling y'all, you gotta shut that down. Shut it down. And with so much is going on right now with the situation with the Pope, with my people here in America, they waking up to tapping into our roots, grassrootings to everything. And yes, some of y'all are like, well, hold on, Cynthia. You know, this is a ministry. Da, da, da. Yes, I'm all the way spiritual. Yes. So those who know my music is inspiring. Yes, you hear me talk about God. Yes, you hear all these things, but I still got to speak the truth because the truth will set us free. And no matter how much you try not to make it about race, you try not to make it look like about certain things. There's so many agendas. I mean, it's like, think of this big circle with multiple other little circles. Just it's so much going on around us that it can't be ignored. And we know that dynasty that's over there with the Roman Catholic churches, the Vatican churches, they're breaking down. It's shutting down because of what's going on. And they can't control the mass, the most of the mass. Because my brothers and sisters some of us are not sleeping anymore. You always hear me time and time again say this. We're not sleeping anymore. For others, we have woken up. We are awakening. We are hitting our enlightenment stage, and we are ascending to higher levels. We rising, grand rising high. We are tuning into our kundalini. We are tapping in to the divine realm, as others will call it, or the ancestral realm. It's all in one. But when we live in a religious stance, they separate it. They separate it. But we living in them times where this is no joke, guys. This is no joke. It's a battle out here now. It's a battle that's getting ready to war in ways we never seen before. That's just like, okay, how many of you guys had caught up with the young brother named Anthony Carmelo? They had to move him. This was recently this week. And then when y'all get a chance, y'all can probably look at some articles because I don't have all my information on me right now. But yet, this brother had to be removed from his home for his safety because someone showed up at their door. Because this goes to show you that they angry, they mad. They don't like it when the laws that they create for them has been made for to protect them, but now it's being used for our benefit. They don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like that. So if they don't like that, like Kendrick Lamar say, not like us, we stand for what's right. This family managed to raise enough funds that would help. They didn't like us so much that they turned around and was saying that the money that was being used for the GoFundMe was to pay for their living expenses and stuff. That's how bad that those who trying to run a narrative, trying to create something that's false. Think about that. Think about that. They created something that's false because they're trying to find a weakness. They're trying to find a weakness on this young brother because someone from their line has been unalive. But again, think about it. Do we believe that this was intentional? No. Did we want this to be intentional? No. But when you had a young man defending himself, and there's evidence that he's defending himself, he didn't run, number one. He didn't keep repeating it. And you can see on his face. I mean, it was obvious. You can see on his face. As I'm pulling this up, guys, let me try to get up in here and get this for y'all. But you can see on his face that he was scared. And these people out here, they will do anything and all means necessary to shut it down, to make it seem like he was a criminal. Like, when I tell you that's how they doing it, they are marking people as if they're criminals. Yes. They're marking them as criminals. But then you ever notice, guys, how they would turn around and put the faces of our youth up there, but then you don't hear nothing about others. Yeah, think about that. Think about that. It always make me wonder. I'm like, okay, how is this gonna work? And then all of a sudden you see them popping up the picture of the young man, which by the way, he's not even 18 yet. But they want to try him as an adult. But you look at these other young youth, just like recently out in Virginia, and it happened in Fairfax County. For those who are unaware of where that's at, this happened yesterday. A 15-year-old injured a 16-year-old with a knife, another weapon. Yeah, with another weapon. Mind you, this is supposed to be in the top of the line area. But they don't show no pictures. Don't give no names, none of that. But this young boy, 'cause this happened in Texas with your young brother Anthony. And he's in track, running there, supposed to be enjoying himself, supposed to make the best of his life at 17. Come on now. Come on now. It's too much. It's too much. It, how much more are we supposed to take? How much more are we supposed to endure? We supposed to just constantly let ourselves be targets, be a bullseye area for them to constantly keep talking? Thanks, love. Thank you, my beautiful love, for hitting those like buttons, subscribing, and share. For those who just chiming on in, I'm your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Your herbalist, your psalmist, your birth and doula, inspirational healer, and much more. But yes, we are on this young man. So this goes to show you so much corruption that's going on, not just in the US, not just in, and just in one continent. It's all over. And you see who the ones are that's causing this corruption. You see the ones that are jumping on the bandwagon so quickly, so naive, but yet they don't even realize that they are being used as guinea pigs. Which, by the way, how many of you guys watch the movie Sinners? Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Tell me, how many of you guys watch that movie Sinners? See, some people will be like, who's, of I could say of those that I normally hang around, those brothers, sisters in Christian faith, Christ, they would be like, oh, I'm not watching nothing like that. Well, I did. I watched the movie Sinners. When I tell you, a must watch. Now, for those, who don't like scary movies, don't run off of fear. That's number one. Fear has no option. Don't run off of it. Go watch that movie. Because the breakdown of that movie is talking about everything of right now, from past to present, and what is continually as a cycle. Everything that we're talking about now. When I tell you I don't want to talk about and tell the movie for those who have not watched that movie, you got to go watch it. You have to go watch it. It's a must. A must. And there's so much of things that were not just on the surface level. There were things that were happening under the surface level. Like, seriously. For those that are on my restream, having a little difficulties, but that's okay. We'll get it together. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy. And I was like, wow. Like, it blew my mind. And I can actually picture myself in this situation. Like, seriously, hold on, guys. Let me check this in because I'm having issues on my Restream Live. Because I don't know what's going on today. They must don't want me to talk about it today. So I gotta let everybody know what's going on. But yeah. And so with that being said, again, for those who still can hear me on my stream, that's okay. We having some technical video issues, but that's all right. Y'all still can hear me. Hit that like button, subscribe and share, and chime on in here. Let me know y'all still can hear me on my stream live. But yeah. And so with that being said, I was like, what in the world? That movie was so deep. All I can tell you is this. If you did not go see that movie, you better go see it. It's breaking down the dynamics of culture. It has some people, I know you don't like scary things with vampires. It has everything in it, down to those like parasite, everything. Is letting you know how valuable we are, especially our culture as Black American and those of African American and so forth. How valuable. And the breakdown of this brother who produces the same one who produced, help with Black Panther and all that, and Michael B. Jordan. When I tell you, they had so many great actors in that movie. So many great actors in that movie. Like, it wasn't even funny. It was just amazing. They had so many great actors. And I was just like, wow. Wow. My mind was just so blown. All I can tell you is go see the movie. Go see the movie. Go see the movie. It will give you some understanding why we are so powerful in what we do. That's just like if y'all noticed this year how some people try to go and protest and march and try to make it seem like it was a success. If you notice, it wasn't a lot of of Black American and people there like that compared to if they were, and it was not a success. However, when it comes down to when it was situations like what happened to Trayvon Martin and our brother Eric and Rodney King and all these great brothers who left this physical plane so soon, you see how strong we are together when we're together and we stand by what is root. It doesn't matter what your background is or your sexuality. When we together, we're together. That's how deep that is. We're together. And with that being said, there's no coonery going on. And if we have allies, them allies are there and they for real, for real. They not sometiming. This movie also shows you, and I've said this, to those in the past about those who have the privilege, like some would see, and this is no offense, but this is to speak the truth, the white privilege. Even if you are a mixed race, still, it shows in this movie about that. And also how some could be allies and so forth. It's just so much in this movie. I don't want to go into too much detail because for those who have not seen it yet, you gotta see it. I'm definitely going to talk about it another time. I know other podcasters have already talked about it. I don't want to ruin the spoiler. But if you have not seen that movie, please go and see that movie. That movie is off the chain. When I tell you, it is off the chain. And so, with that being said, again, guys, we haven't seen nothing yet. Pay attention because within these next 3 to 6 months, there are going to be some more things going on, and you're going to see some heavy hitters. You're also going to see how some of us are going to be not surviving, but we're going to be striving. You're also going to be noticing how the maneuvering is going to go. And I don't desire to say much because, them ones out here, they listening, they tracking. It's almost like being on X-Men. You know, when you see the doctor, he can put on that little mind thing and have everybody all up on the screen. He can see everything that's going on. But that's how these little AI things be working now. And this is what the forces are using. They're using to monitor. So I try not to say too much on here. Because every time I do that, I notice they start clicking. Yeah, they start clicking on here. For those who just chiming on in, especially on TikTok, I'm your girl, your co-host, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Your birth and doula, your healer, inspirational healer, psalmist, and much more. But yeah, pay attention to that, guys, because I'm telling y'all, we haven't seen nothing yet. But I'm not going to hold you guys up. Keep a lookout. Pay attention now. And I can't think of the name of that movie, the one with the where it was talking about the Roman Catholics and all of that. You see the nuns in there with the Pope. If anybody knows that movie I'm talking about, it was like a series or something. It came out last year. But if y'all seen it, definitely pay attention to that. Watch it. So much is going on. If you can't afford to watch it, go to somebody's house and watch it. Have a movie day with a group of your friends or whoever. We all need to do that. Have a community day when we can watch with those and see the stuff that's really going on. Because a lot has been spoken on. Some would say has already been foreseen. Others would say prophesied. So much more things. All I'm gonna say is the grounds are shaking. Be prepared what's going to happen. So with that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for always showing your love and support, chiming on in. Continue to give your girls some love. Continue to hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Share with others and let them know that your girl, your co-host Cynthia J on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men, is here. If this is your first time, you can find me on Linktree. I always try to make sure I share that with others who are out here, but you definitely can follow your girl on Linktree under Cynthia J. So make sure y'all follow me to get updates and news. I'm not just the only one that's out here doing this. There's others, which is great. Other sisters and brothers that's out here trying to keep it rolling. But again, you can follow me on Linktree under CynthiaJ.Gospel. That will connect all my information there for you to follow. My YouTube. You can also follow me at CynthiaJ22. Follow me on Instagram at CynthiaJ.Gospel and on Twitter, letter N _ anointed. You can also follow me on Facebook and other great places. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and let others know that we're here. So with that being said, if you ever need your sister or around the people, make sure you stick with those with high energy. Don't be an energy snatcher, though. Don't be an energy vampire. Make sure that you are learning just as much as that person you're learning from is learning, that you can elevate. Be mindful of who you are welcoming around you. Be mindful of your gifting, all of these things, because people are watching us and we have to be sensitive. The times we live in are not just crucial, but they're very dangerous more than they ever been. Be mindful of what you're eating. Be mindful of what what you're seeing in front of you, because sometimes some people are not prepared. What they see in front of them could scare them off. Just so many things. Also, if you're looking for a birthing doula, as y'all can see right behind me, Healing Hearts Tailor Made Doula, me and my sister / cousin, we are birthing doulas in the DMV area. Make sure y'all hit us up. You can follow us on Healing Hearts Tailor Made Doula on Instagram and Facebook. You can also find us on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit that. You can also follow us on the Healing Hearts. We are there. All of that information is in my bio on TikTok and my profile bio, and also on Restream. So if you can see right here on Restream at the bottom, you'll see all information. I will also make sure that I share more of that with you guys. But with that being said, make sure y'all hit y'all sister up. If you'd like to be a sponsor, definitely you can ask and send me an email under cynthiaj.gospel@gmail to see what information you would like to retrieve from me in order to be a part of the sponsorship or to advertise your vending brands, whatever it may be. Every bit helps. We help build each other and support each other. And if you would like to have me on your podcast, if you'd like to have me as a guest. Definitely, again, you can still hit me up under cynthiaj.gospel@gmail.com. So, with that being said, I thank you guys for always rocking with your sister, loving on your sister as I'm loving on you. I'm sending peace, love, and light to you, grace and gratitude. Sending you love from the heart chakra. Sending love in places where things was dormant, uplifting you, encouraging you. As you encourage me, I encourage you. Let's be careful of the naysayers. They don't like it, what we do, but let's share the love, let's share the encouragement, and let's stay blessed. So, peace and blessings to everyone. Thank you all for chiming on in to the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and share. So, before we leave, hear your sister go, showing y'all Healing Hearts, Tailor Made Doula, those who on Restream. Hopefully y'all can see that while I'm putting that up there. And we're gonna get y'all ready for just something that's chill and molding. So peace and love. Love you guys. Stay blessed.